can't beat this.
Yeah.
Look at it now. You just can't beat it.
The trailhead into the wilderness is really a portal of sorts. It's a place to enter with a new mentality. And for the next 3 days, we're going to be in the wilderness. Open your sensory systems. You know, a lot of us live in our heads a lot. So drop off that if you can. Walk like an Indian. We hike up to the hut at 11,300 feet in the mountains. It's almost 7 miles. We take small groups. We don't take any more than 10 veterans per program. And that's so we can really communicate with them and really connect with them. The wilderness affords us solitude for our group. We know that these men and women have been on the front lines. If they can be at peace anywhere, they can be at peace here. The 10th Mountain experienced some of the greatest casualties of any division in World War II. They came back from the war. A lot of them were damaged, like our veterans are today, wounded inside with psychological and emotional trauma. When they were in Europe, they saw mountain huts that are refuges. They're called refuges there. And when they came back to the States in Colorado, where a lot of them built the Colorado ski industry, they saw an opportunity to create another system of huts that could offer the same experience as the European huts. We look for veterans who are what we consider the highest risk, and we think combat veterans are among the highest risk. I mean, currently today, the suicide rate is 22 or 23 veterans per day. A lot of those veterans have endured soul wounds, traumas to their deepest selves.
I was the third Humvee in the rotation, and boom, IED. Killed my driver, killed my gunner, messed me up, got shrapnel cut. I hit the front of the Humvee. The medic that rode with us lost his arm. My driver was 19, my gunner was 18. My one guy, the 18-year-old, his mom, every year on his anniversary, he's got killed. She sends me an invitation, and I still can't have the courage to go visit, because I think they're gonna hate me, because they're gonna hate me because I came back and he didn't.
I can still see the first guy that I carried and remember turning my head away to the window of the bus and letting tears roll down my face, you know? I had no idea the things that I would see.
When you come home, it's like we've got all this trauma built up inside of us, and we haven't yet even figured out what that is. I mean, we've been changed. We've seen hell. We've seen mankind at the most evil mankind can be.
This next piece from Undaunted Courage, I put this in here because this was a military mission in the wilderness. They're climbing over the bitter roots. So let's look at what their mission was.
Values weighed in quantity, not quality, in speed, not stillness, in noise, not silence, in words, not in thoughts, in acquisitiveness, not beauty.
Do you come to this point in a military mission? Do you come to this point where you can't go back?
Failure is not an option in combat. The mission is gonna get done one way or another, and you're gonna do it to the best of your ability, or you're gonna die trying.
It's the most peace that I can feel during the day, because, you know, with like PTSD, it's hard to like turn off the hypervigilance and the sensitivity you have.
And
you learn to close
it.
that down, and you learn to be that person. But then when you go back to the family,
Those things where you sacrifice your life for your friends, those are the things that make you feel proud and should make you feel proud. What's the right way to help these vets? I would say it's going to happen with the help of other vets. Vets being in a group, learning how to mentor other vets.
Just being around other women veterans, that we understand each other, even though maybe our periods of service are different and our experiences are different, we still get it. And it's nice to feel, it's like a burden is kind of like lifted off your shoulders when you know that other people understand you.
Just meeting all these other guys here has been huge for me. You can, not necessarily like 100% move on from what you've done or what you've seen, but just kind of some coping mechanisms and some ways to kind of continue living your life and to find joy again.
I needed this. I was falling apart before I got here. I mean, it wasn't because I feel like I have 20,000 pounds on my chest right now of what I've got to get done, and I did forget about all that for this weekend. And I think I have a new way to approach some of those things.
Taking what I've learned on the mountain and how I can put it into my daily life, and being able to see the beauty in everything. I did a lot of healing on that mountain, so thanks.
Thank you, Terry.